All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Tuesday, March 4th. The return of Ludwig. Let's see what Ludwig has for us. Embargoes involving dodgy money? Certainly not. I'm thinking we're going to put a word for embargoes around an anagram of money. First word I think of is bans. So if it starts with B, probably then the Y, by no means, I think that would work. Yeah, absolutely. Certainly not. Let's try the downs. Extremely zany type of art and dance music. Well, the extreme letters of zany are the Z and the Y. And Art Deco gives us Zydeco, appropriate for Mardi Gras. Legal workers born outside the period 21 March to 19 April. What is it going to be the sign of the zodiac? Well, I happen to know, I don't know the exact date range of Aries, but I do know that range includes Aries. Yeah, so not Aries then. Notaries would be legal workers. Very good. Turn down official employment. An official at a football game could be a ref, and if you our employment could be use, and that gives us refuse. Meandering answer upset the top guy. Meandering suggests we anagram answer. But then I think we need one more letter. Could it be the top letter of upset? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to read that. Sound location for seeing things. I think it's a homophone, so a location could be site, S-I-T-E, and that sounds like S-I-G-H-T for seeing things. In retirement, a wonderful person resists huge amounts of cash. Well, in retirement sounds like wordplay. And then I presume a short word for a wonderful person could be a saint. But I don't think we can fit in a saint unless it ends with UTSA and then resists huge amounts of cash. No, I don't see that. Singular, right-wing, newspaper article. Yeah, I don't. Singular, maybe alone. Newspaper article could be a piece, op-ed, column, of course. Rookie's lack of depravity. Yeah, that's clever. A rookie could be a novice who has no vice. Drink almost beginning to taste better. Yeah, maybe it is a name of a drink and we drop its beginning letter. And then it means taste better. Now let's go back to the downs. Oh yeah. Suggest that cryptically. Yeah, I'm wondering if this is one where the answer has to be read as a cryptic definition, maybe for the word that. No, I don't see it. Chemist quick to hide damage. Yeah, pharmacist. No, I don't get that one either. I started so well, but suddenly I'm off Ludwig's wavelength. Nothing good about scary character. Nothing is O, good is G, about is re, and that gives us an ogre. Smoked meat to stuff inside fresh pitas. Maybe the definition is smoked. And there's some meat we have to put inside. Maybe an anagram of pitas, ham, maybe. No, I don't see it. Was dishonest and continued being heartless. I'm thinking this might simply be lied for was dishonest. And I think there might be some word for continued that we remove the inner letters, the heart. I think what is lived, simply continued. Not too sure about that, but I'll leave it in for now. All right, messenger job accepted by mailmen periodically. I think it might be messenger, and a job, I think is a post, and that is accepted by the even letters of mailmen to give us an apostle. All right, crown dependency is tops. Is this going to be one of the crown dependencies that has a name that somehow means tops? Oh, I'm thinking of Jersey. I think it is. Jersey is jerseys. And so the definition is tops. All right. Sort of sweatier pants. Well, surely if we're going to sort anagram sweatier, excuse me, to get a word meaning pants, which in British slang can mean terrible. Let me pause, sip my water, and see if I can work that out. Well, I worked it out on a piece of paper that it is an anagram of as it were, which is a phrase I know, as it were, but how is that pants? I don't get that at all, so I will leave it in, but I'm a little suspicious that there might be another anagram. I was trying to get some kind of wear, like maybe there's some recreational wear thing I'm not familiar with. All right, oh, this does look like we're going to have an anagram of pitas going around the meat. I think I think it's smoked meat is the definition, and I think to stuff is to ram, which goes inside that anagram of pitas. All right. Scattered crop said to need regenerating. Must be an anagram of crop said. Oh, yeah, actually, I'm now thinking, I thought scattered was the anagram indicator, but I'm thinking needs regenerating. Let's try the anagram helper I am back to typing with two hands, thank goodness. So sporadic. So it is scattered as the definition. All right. Leads from computer equipment in case with a keyboard. I'm thinking leads from could be the first letters of computer equipment, and that goes inside a case, and that's going to mean a keyboard. Yeah, don't see that. Tennessee introduces state bar. Well, Tennessee is TN. I think we're going to put a word for state inside of TN, and it's going to mean bar. I don't see it. Let's go back to the acrosses. Careless agent takes on large operation. I would have thought it might be an anagram of agent that takes on an L, but that O, I'm fairly confident in sporadic. So but maybe it's another word for an agent, a spy, rep. Oh, enlarged too could be outsized or oversized. OS, careless. Or operation. No, dignified government party. Well, government can be G. I'm trying to think, can Rand be a party? Because grand could be dignified. What else could it be? Is it a political party, a party of people? Oh, a rave. There we go. Wrong. Had to think of the right kind of party. Grave, dignified. Architectural design partner ultimately implicated in terrible tax abuse. Partner ultimately, I think, is just giving us an R. Implicated, I presume, put inside. Maybe then an anagram of tax abuse. That's 8 letters. And so this would be an anagram of tax abuse plus R and mean an architectural design. Yeah, where does the X go? I only know blueprints, but it's not that. Yeah, I may be on the wrong lines altogether. Extra. Extra, what have we left over then? BEU. Yeah, I think I've gone wrong somewhere there. I'm confusing myself. All right, computer controlled electric vehicles put in reverse. So I think computer controlled might be the definition. Electric could just have an E prefix and then vehicles put in reverse. Oh, I think it might be trams might be the electric vehicles since they're powered by electricity. They're put in reverse, and a smartphone, smart fridge, smart whatever you're having. All right, so now Tennessee. To aver might be to state, and with Tennessee around it, you get a tavern. All right. Most regular tastes die out. All right, tastes dies 9 letters and out telling us to anagram it. It's going to end in IEST. So steadiest, I think, is the most regular. All right. That was our leads from computer equipment in case with a keyboard. No, somewhat grotesque, alarming scream. So it's a hidden clue, somewhat telling us to take letters from in between grotesque, alarming, and we get a squeal. Fertilizer remains underneath garden container. Yeah, so fertilizer is the definition, and that is funny. I was watching something recently where people were pronouncing it potash. I always thought it was potash, but maybe since it's potassium, I don't know, is it potassium? Anyway, potash, whatever it should be. A garden container is a pot, and the remains are an ash. All right. Oh, yeah, this does look like. Yeah, large is L, an operation is OP, and a spy takes it all on and gives us sloppy. Now, does this still look? Yeah, it does look like our tax abuse plus an R, architectural design, something arts maybe. All right, going back in. Tax abuse plus R. Again, I'm wondering where the X goes. Yeah, it must be X, EX at the beginning, I'm thinking. But I am not. I'm hoping it's something really obscure or in another language because I feel I should definitely be spotting this one. Um, yeah, I think I may pause and do that on paper in a moment, but let's go back up to the top. Don't really have anything new on this one. It must mean cash or huge or amounts of cash. Don't see that one. And that's our meandering answer. Upset the top guy. Guy can be a verb meaning to tease. What's going to come before the N and S? Or an A or an E? Well, maybe if we do take the first letter of upset, maybe un. I do like that. No, that was our suggest that cryptically. Chemist quick to hide damage. I think it must be pharmacy. I did think of the word earlier, but I think the definition as chemist I think of as the person, and therefore the equivalent would be pharmacist. But I think it's like I'm going to the chemist, I'm going to the pharmacy, because the damage is harm and quick is pacey. My goodness. All right, drink almost beginning to taste better. No. All right, I'm going to pause and work out this architectural design on paper. Well, that took me far too long. Yeah, I was really caught up on it being EX. But I really did like it being arts, and then I thought, maybe it's architectural style. So it's not the physical design; it's just that period, maybe. And I have a vague memory of hearing of Beaux-Arts. Anyway, yeah, I don't feel too bad about not getting that anagram. It's a strange collection of letters in English. All right, leads from computer equipment. So I do want that to be CE in case with a keyboard. Now, is it some kind of musical keyboard? And then what's the word for case going to be? Yeah, I don't see that one, I'm afraid. All right, singular, right wing, newspaper. Oh, of course, it could be singular and then a right wing newspaper. Or a right wing newspaper and then an article, which I think would have to be just a at the end if that's the way it is. The definition is singular. Now I'm thinking singular is part of the wordplay. Then right wing. Of course, newspaper can be the I. So is it article, newspaper article, or singular? The only thing I know for sure is that right wing is part of the wordplay. Maybe it's the right wing of the word singular. Or maybe it's a wing of the word right, the R or the T. Yeah, I don't see it. Suggest that cryptically. Let me pause and just think of a phrase that might fit that. All right, well, I don't have anything on this one, but I gave up and went to wordplays.com for this. I think I have a bit of a blind spot when I see a G in the middle of a word. I don't think of the obvious usage of a G might be followed by H and T. Then I might have seen that almost is nigh. The beginning to taste, of course, is just a T. And if you better somebody, you cap them, maybe, in that sense of the word. And that gives you a nightcap. All right. Ooh, so, yeah, I think it's going to be it or at. Suggest that, hint at, I'm thinking about hint at might be to suggest. Oops. Oh, there's an alarm going off. Let me pause. Okay, well, I was waiting for my neighbor to turn off their alarm. I worked out, of course, when you read it, it's HNTAT. And so that cryptically, that is very, very clever. All right, what does that do now for our... Oh, a newspaper article would be a story. And so singular, I suppose, I didn't know, could be abbreviated to S. And right wing is the good old fashioned Tory. All right, let's see, just so let's try and do this one in the bottom half. I'm going to pause, think about what letters might fit. I don't think it's going to be, oh, maybe it is going to be, maybe leads is the definition because E something T, it does make sense that it would be a plural word. So then the computer equipment won't be the leads from that, would be something in a case with a keyboard. Oh, yeah. Anyway, let me pause and just see what words I can come up with. Oh my goodness, I couldn't think of anything. I was thinking of TH, TY, TS, TE. Never thought of TA. And the definition is simply keyboard, a type of musical keyboard. And I think we had this not too long ago, the Celesta, however you pronounce it. So it is leads from C, computer equipment, or the CE. In case is lest we forget, in case we forget, with a, and it's a keyboard. Definitely should have worked harder on that one. All right, we've got our meandering and we've got our loads of money. Could meandering be the definition and it's an ing word or maybe an ant adjective? Yeah, undulating, meandering, winding. But then answer, I would think, might be an A, and then upset, the top guy. Upset could be, annoy, of course. Narc, you can narc somebody, I think, or be narked. What's the top guy? Is it the top banana from yesterday? No, I don't see it. This one, I'm thinking it must be a word that ends in something like URES, UTES. So in retirement, a wonderful person resists. Oh, maybe that A is the A, and then a wonderful person is the first three letters backwards. And then a word for resists. What would that be? I do like that parsing. Let me pause and just think of a synonym of resists that might come at the end. Well, in the end, I had to go to Merriam-Webster and look up synonyms of large amounts of cash, and there was the word megabucks. I've heard it, but I would never think of megabucks. Anyway, the wonderful person is a gem backwards, and then resists is bucks the trend. The top guy, of course, is the king. So meandering. Oh, snaking it must be. Ah, yeah, so answer can be abbreviated to ANS, and that is upset. All right, I see that. All right, let's check all. Everything is still there. All right, let's head over to 15 squared and see what people are saying. All right, the blog is by Peter O. Unusual crossword. Northwest fell in very easily. Oh, there is a pangram. Ah, okay. I didn't notice that. A couple of quibbles, but Ludwig seems to be settling in. Yeah, I would agree. All right, I just wrote down two I didn't understand. Oh, yeah, sure enough, there's the J for the pangram. As it were. Oh, sort of. Ah, even I even said pants is slang for terrible. Yeah, that's the anagram indicator, and the definition is sort of, as it were, of course. Oh, and there's our X from Beaux-Arts. And then 16 lived is continued, all right. And we got our Q. I'm sure we have a few W's probably. All right, well, I should have noticed the pangram, but that was the least of my worries. Yeah, I got it done in a fairly good time, but there were a few there that I had to go to wordplays.com that tripped me up. Anyway, I did enjoy it. Thanks as always for watching and have a wonderful day.